morning, Michelle here, My Crazy Workout. I have a new video for you. It is called the Total Body Torch HIIT Workout. The other day when I did the upper body circuit workout, Linda Maddox asked if I could do one like that where I did the upper body with HIIT instead of the lower body. I decided I'll do that, but I'm also going to do the lower body, but there'll be two different kinds of HIITs. So Lily, you'll love this. It's going to be upper body circuit first, 10-second rest, 1 minute work, 3 rounds. There's 4 exercises, and then we're going to go into 30 seconds, no rest, and there's 3 exercises for the upper body. So we'll go through it. If you are a beginner and you want to stop after 1 round or 2 rounds, you do that and fast forward to the next part. Otherwise, you can stay with me and do the whole workout. So we're going to get started. We'll do a little warm up here, and then we'll get right into it. Because they are more HIIT involved with a little bit of rest, we won't do a big long warm up like I normally do and do a HIIT warm up, because that's what this workout's going to be. And then at the end I have some finishers for you. So we're going to do the chest first after we do the legs. So let's press the arms up overhead, warm it up. I have new leggings on today. I got them the other day. They were talking about them on Instagram. 4, 3, 2, Outdoor Voices. March it wide. And they're lightweight, super shiny, super stretchy, and I'm going to see how they hold up today to the sweat. So we'll see if I'm all sweaty after this. Toe taps here. Reach the arms up and over. Gonna do a little bit different with the abdominals this morning as well. They are going to be broken up into groups, 2 exercises back to back, and we're going to go through them. 4, 3, 2, hamstring curl right here, pull back. Gonna hit the back, arms, everything in each of these circuits. No rest on these unless you need to take a break, but we're gonna try and go through them with no rest. Here's 4, 3, 2, knees right here, pull it down. Get those hip flexors, wake them up. Yes, I have my bench, I have a box, I have lots of dumbbells, bands, tubes, giving you different options. If you don't have a bench, it's okay. If you don't have a box, it's okay. You can do all the moves to the floor. Where we would do a box jump, you do a tuck jump. Here's 4, 3, 2, keep it wide, right here on the floor, side to side, elbow, or shoulder to the knee. Press those glutes back as you do that lunge side to side. 4, 3, 2, and stay over on the left, right here. Stretch out that inner thigh. Turn to the side, push the leg down. Runner's lunge, bend the knee. Ooh. Stretch out that hip flexor, pull that right leg in, lift that left toe up, stretch out the calf, press the foot down, one more time, lift it up, stretch out that calf and that hamstring, feel it all the way into the glute, and down. So Outdoor Voices is the name of this. I don't get anything from them, I'm just letting you know. That's the brand, not sure if you guys can get it. Over to the right side, stretch out that left inner thigh. Keep the knee lined up with the ankle. Not holding these stretches for very long, we'll do that at the end. Over high lunge, drop that knee, pelvic tilt, runner's lunge. If you need to drop to the floor, you can drop to the floor, otherwise hold here. Press that, you want the spine to run up and down, like it's got a bar running up and down your spine and you can't go forward and you can't go back. Slide that left leg in, kick that right leg up, stretch out that hamstring and that glute. We're going to press it into the ground. Stretch out the front of the leg, soleus. And one more time, pull it up. And press it down. Okay, so I didn't feel like counting today. It's been one of those It's been one of those weeks. I didn't feel like counting today. It's been one of those weeks for me. So I won't bore you with the details, but it has just been one of those weeks. So let's get a workout in. 10-second rest, 1 minute work, 12 rounds, all right? 12 is on the timer. We're gonna go through it all 4 times. If you get through 2 rounds and you say I've had enough, that's fine. Or actually we're gonna go three times because it's 4 exercises. Okay, so the first exercise is right-legged deadlift with a knee lift and an overhead press. So the weight's gonna be in the left hand. Concentrate on engaging the core. Bend that right leg. I will have the full breakdown below the video so you can read through it. I'm not going to talk so that I can concentrate on these. Pick a weight that's challenging. By the end of the minute, you should be feeling it. Then we're going to switch hands and switch legs, and we're going to do the other side. Don't worry if you lose your balance. I'm going to stop talking. Bend over, push that butt back. Concentrate on squeezing those hamstrings and glutes as you come up. Okay, left leg. We're gonna go down, and you're gonna come up and press. Down, up and press. Now, if you have lighter weights and you don't have one heavy one, you can do both. You can hold both weights, one in each hand. And you don't have to do a shoulder raise with both. You can just hold that one weight down to the side. Oh, all right. Squat with an alternating knee lift. Hands behind the head, prisoner squat. We're gonna twist, squat down, lift up. Now, if you have a band, this is a great place to put a band on. I'll show you in the second round. Try and keep the chest lifted. Already starting to sweat. Sun's shining in on me. Engage the core as you cross the elbow over to the opposite knee. Bring the knee up to the elbow. Don't bring the elbow to the knee. All right? Don't lean forward. Skater lunge. We're going to hold, kick front, and a jump switch lunge. So, skater over, kick. I did that wrong. There we go. Now, you don't need the band. Skater, jump switch. Okay, if you have a box or a bench and you want to use it, right leg is first. I caught daydreaming. Oh, it's hard to keep the balance. Engage the core. Focus on those muscles. Oh, okay. Left leg is next. I'm already starting to sweat. Go down. If you have a band that you can hook in the door or around a door or a heavy weight, you could put it in front of you and hook it to the right leg. It would be this time. And as you go back for that deadlift, you can pull that band back. But remember, it's not a quad move. It's a hamstring and a glute move. Oh, okay. Oh, if you want the band for these, look like this. Remember, bring your knee up, not your elbow down. Don't do this. If you're doing that, that band is too tight. Bring it up. You don't have to put a band on. I showed you can do these without a band. It's just, if you don't want to do weight or you don't have weights, you don't need them. You hear me breathing? Skater, you ready for it? No band. Looks like this. I missed the jump. If you have light weights, or maybe you have a tube or a band. I'll show you on the other leg. Think about the glute as you go down and balance on that right leg. Push that butt back. Pull the glutes and the hamstrings to come back up. If you have a big long loop, you'll loop it around your feet or your foot, the one that's standing. And if you have a tube, you will stand on it. Make sure you can get a shoulder press though. So it's over, curl, and up. Over, curl, and up. Over. Now, you can also hook this into the door or around the door frame depending on where you're doing it. But say you're traveling or you're out somewhere and you don't have space by a door. You know, you might be in a hotel room and you know how narrow the hall is from the door. So you might not be able to do your workout there. You can stand on the band. I'm not bringing my knee up as I'm talking because I'm not paying attention. Don't follow me. I like the band because you get full resistance on the up and the down. Squat with an alternating knee lift. Look at me, I'm already sweating. Prisoner squat. Down. Bring that knee up. Engage the core. Feel it in the oblique of the knee that's lifting. Now, I am doing deadlifts, which are for the glutes. And I know squats will hit your quads and your hip flexors a lot. So we're balancing it out by doing the deadlifts first. And then the skaters, well, they just kick your butt. If you want, you can hold a weight to do this, the skaters. I don't think you need one, but I don't need one. I can tell you that. Whew. Skaters are next. Then we go to the upper body. Yay! Skate to the right. Reverse 2 jump lunges. Skate to the left. I don't know where I got the kick from. Sorry about that. No kick. I know I do a jump. Switch lunge with a kick. Skater takes the place of that. If the skater wins you, you can do that. You can do a reverse lunge with a kick and then jump switch lunge. Sorry, talking. Oh, I threw my band on it. I can't see it. Can't tell you how. Woo! Okay. You're gonna do chest press in, up and around. As soon as I hit this timer, it's gonna start. And we're gonna do an alternate shoulder press And then we're gonna go into an upright row. So, oh, it did. Okay, in, press up, and around. Now you can do this with the band. I'll show you. Oh, I have it on vibrate, that's why. Okay. Well, I can hear it vibrate. I don't know if you can. Shoulder press up. Remember, try and keep this weight because we're doing 30-30. No breaks to change weights. But if you need to, drop that weight. So the first set might feel like you could do some more weight. But by the time you get to that third set, you're going to be swinging and using momentum. Upright rows. Up. I'll change that. Vibrate. I didn't know I had it on vibrate. I thought I had it on beep. Woo! Can you feel them? Who said it? Olivia and I think said it. I like when you say, can you feel them? Yes, we can feel them. That's what she said to me. Force of habit after teaching classes in a studio and saying to the girls, can you feel that? And they knew to answer, because if they didn't, oh, I wanted to show you the tubes. I'll show you for the last round. I'd do more. You're like, thank God you can't hear us answer. Take breaks when you need to. Do you feel them in your shoulders now? I know you questioned the first time we did that move. They should be starting to burn, right? Shoulder press. Up. Up. You're like, oh, thank God we get to do upright rows, right? After this. I'm going to grab that band or that tube and show you. With the band, with the tube there, you would step on and hold it. If you had a band, you'd step on both. Chest press in, up, and circle around. Sweat's rolling into my eyes. If I'm blinking, it's because I have my contacts in. I don't want them to roll down my cheeks. Okay. Shoulder press, sorry. This band's a little bit light. I should have grabbed the red one. If it's too light for you, you can press them up at the same time. Otherwise, focus on squeezing that muscle. The shoulder. Whew. And then upright row. Like you're zipping up a zipper. If you need to grab lower on the band, grab lower on the band. Whew. You feel them? Good thing we started with shoulders, huh? You get a break. We get to go into legs next. Ball. So weight goes into the right hand. You're gonna hop into a burpee first. I'm gonna go this way so you can see me, all right? Oh, I see sweat. It's not about speed. Form, engage the core. Tight push-up. Engage the core to a chair sit. Bicep curl, side lunge. Now I have to do the left arm. When you do your push-ups, pull forward. Plie squat. You're going to turn side, bow and arrow arms. Yes, you can do this with a band. I will show you. Get your back as well as your shoulders. That arm that's pulling back. Think of squeezing those rhomboids. Top center of the back. Punching out, shoulders. Another skater. You're gonna skate over to the right, kneel down. Down, down, up, up, thigh burner. Down. Skate left. Kneel down. Squat out. Kneel down. I stepped out wrong on that one. Did you catch it? We should be leading. Down, down. Squat out. Now right. Now skater over. Squat out right. Whew. Kneel down, down. Whew. Okay, back to those burpees. Right arms first. You ready? I'm sweating. Okay. If you have a band and you don't have weights, like you're pulling a bow back, squeeze that back as you pull back. Woo! Skaters are next. Skater with the thigh burner. Halfway there. Keep going. Take breaks when you need to. Seven seconds. Woo. Okay, ready? Last time through. Right arm. Whew. Left arm is next. Oh, I forgot the chair sit. I was just gonna say, if you need to slow it down or drop the weight or take a break, you do that. Go on how you feel. Halfway there. Okay, so you only have one of these, a long one. It's okay. Squat. You can even twist it. That's not gonna work. I have to twist it when it's loose. Wrong arm, sorry. Back arm is going and squeezing behind. Front arm is pushing out. Mm. 15 seconds. Skater, thigh burner. Oh, ready? Squat, toe tap. Step out left, thigh. Step out right, squat. Now go left, skater. Step out. Feel it in your inner thighs. After those side lunges with the chair sit burpee. Oh, I do. I don't even need a band for these. And I can feel them. Step out left. Oh. You're saying, yay, we made it. Good. Press up, Nosebuster in and down. Oh, I might be grabbing 10s. By the time I get through 3, these are gonna be hard. Now, if you have a tube or a band, it can go around the feet. Kickbacks are next. So, curl and tap the ends of the dumbbells together. Twist your arms out. Is my tube close by? I'm going to show you the overhead extensions with the tube for the second round. Feel them? So, if you want to do dumbbells, do dumbbells. If you're going to do the band, you're going to press up can bend. See how my elbows are lined up with my shoulders. Press up, bend for triceps, back down. Tricep kickbacks. You could even hold them back here because the band, and you could pulse up. That way you're not letting the resistance off of the triceps. But if you've got dumbbells, you can come down and up as long as you're not swinging the arms. You're bending at the elbows. From the elbow to the shoulder, it's locked. I'm going to stand for these. Twist your palms, the edge of your palms, the pinkies together. So you can do either one. And it works with the band that is a full loop and long. I will show you. Up, over, and down. I could use the red one. What I'll do is straighten out my legs and add more resistance on the band. See how you're bending at the elbows? Kickbacks are next. You can double it up. Bend at the elbows. Keep the elbows to the shoulders engaged. Don't swing down. Keep them up. Hold them up. Like you have a bar running under your bicep and it's making you hold your arm up. I love bands. You can take bands anywhere with you, pack them in your luggage. You can get all kinds of workouts with the band in a hotel room. You don't even need a gym. You know this is the third one, it flew by, didn't it? You're not swinging, are you? You're not swinging that weight up. You're using your biceps. If the weight is too heavy, you'll use your body to swing it up. Don't do that. I'll show you without it first, okay? So, side lunge over, goblet squat. Oh, did you see here my knees crack? Now, it's okay. If you don't have weight, it looks like this. Same thing. I'll show you with the band for the second round. We're going to do a plie squat and a step together. Again, you can use a weight, you can use a band, you don't need anything at all. Plie squat, step in. If you want, you can put a band on your thighs. Here it is without. Advanced people know how to do it. This is for the beginners. You can use a weight too if you want, but it is your inner thighs you're working. Do you feel them? Whew. Okay. Oh. I forgot this one. Okay. You don't need a bench for this, but if you have one, kneel down, down, up. Kneel down, down, up. Oh, I slipped on the floor. Down. Squat. Jump lunge over to the other side. And then drop the knee. Over the shoulder, crisscross jack, hop, side lunge. Over the shoulder, side lunge. Over, side lunge. Over the shoulder. Left side, over, side lunge. Woo. We're gonna repeat that. If you want a band, side lunge, keep your knees out. Don't let them fall in on your goblet squat. Bring your hips down to the center, to the floor. Bend those knees. Try to stay lined up with the ankles or behind the toes. 14 seconds. Keep the band on if you want. This is the second round. Plie squat, step in. Now, if you can't go down and get those inner thighs, then your band is probably too tight. If you need to, stay on your toe to get that inner thigh. Or lower your band. If you don't have a lower band, just come up on your toe so you get the inner thigh. If you want to, you don't even have to come up. You can stay low. But I don't want you focusing on the quads. So if you're not low enough to feel it in the inner thighs, you're gonna be taking over with the quads. Now I don't want you to do that. Okay, say you don't have a bench. It's okay. You do this. Right leg is planted. Left, right, left, squat, jump lunge. Down to the right knee. Squat, jump lunge. Down to the left knee. Squat, jump over, and then drop it. Squat, jump over and drop. Squat, jump. Squat. It's not supposed to rain until this afternoon, but boy, it looks like it's getting cloudy out there. Whoever got the lunge. There we go. You feeling it? You will feel these in the quads because we are kneeling down and putting a lot of weight in those legs. Woo! Ready for the plie? Turn over the shoulder. Plie squat, crisscross jack, hop front, side lunge, plie left. One more round. Band or no band, weight or no weight. Side lunge. Plie. Step together. Again, if you're not doing weight or a tube or a band or anything, get real low. Actually, get real low no matter what. If you're doing resistance and you can't get low enough to feel those inner thighs, then do it to your toe. I guarantee you. And if you just want the challenge, do it with me, even without any weight. Feel the inner thigh of the toe dropping down. But point it out. If you have your foot out, guess what? It's your quad. We're doing inner thigh. Form is everything. It doesn't matter how much weight you have. If your thighs, if your quads are getting bigger, then you're doing too many moves where you're not going and focusing on that. Here's your favorite. Box or no box, it doesn't matter. I'll do a couple this way, and then I'll grab the box. Right after this one. So you keep going. Are we on to the other side? Probably. Squat, jump lunge. Squat, jump lunge. 13 more seconds. You've got this. Squat, jump lunge. Woo! Feel them? My quads are on fire with those. No band needed. Turn over. Side lunge. Woo! All right. So, if you have a band, a tube, if you have a bar or dumbbells, you can do it with any of them. The only one you can't is the first one, the row. Well, you can do the row, you just won't be seated. You'll be standing and you'll row up. All right, so when I hit this, I'm gonna turn and face you, and you're gonna row. Engage the core, back is flat. If you slouch, sit on a bench, sit on a rolled up towel so that you push your hips forward. You can stay here if you're doing the band. If you're in a plank, you're gonna hop up to a stand to do a bicep curl. But if you're here, you can cross that band and you are gonna do, you can take it wide to make it a little more resistant. Close grip curls. If you're standing, you're locking your elbows at your chest, at your sides, and you're bending from the elbows to the hands. You're keeping them close in front. Woo! And then the other one is a fly. I think I'm gonna do, this is a thick band. So you're gonna, I'm gonna come up. I can't do it with this. Maybe if I don't have the bands. I picked the thick band. I'm not going as high as you should. See, even we fail on things. Rows, dumbbell rows. Engage the core. Bicep curls. And flies. Okay, that weight's heavy. You should have brought out the 8s. Don't lift your upper body up. Look at the ground about 6 inches out from your feet. Woo! Back to those rows. Engage the core. Uh-oh, there's the thunder. You're gonna have to do abs. You might have to move the camera in. It wasn't supposed to come until later. Bicep curls if you're standing with a band. Oh, the sweat is just pouring off of me. See how my elbows are at the sides? If you don't have a lightweight and your band is too thick, I'll turn and face you, pull out. You can, but I prefer you row or fly. Woo! All right. I had my big box. We're not going to use it today. I hear the thunder. And if I don't have to move everything, I'm not going to. It wasn't supposed to come until like 1 in the afternoon, but it is Florida. Okay, so they just look wet all over. I think that's the key. If you sweat like me, it'd be easier, I don't know how easy it would be to put them on, to soak them. Just get them wet and then put them on. That way they look dark and you don't start to sweat and see it. And if you don't care, I don't care. But everybody's claiming that they're showing sweat. I haven't found a pair yet unless they are black or printed that don't show the sweat. At least on me. I mean, I don't know how bad everybody else sweats, but my husband says I look like I run through a sprinkler. So that would be the trick. Get them wet, pull them on, and that way they're wet. And the cool thing is then they're cool, and as you're working out, I guess they keep you cooler. I don't know, it's a thought. Crunch. We're doing 30-30, no break in between. Now we don't have to do high reps with these. We are doing 4 rounds of each of these, so there's 4 groups, all right? So as soon as I hit this timer, we are going. Now, with the handoff, you wanna make sure as you lower your legs down that you're not lifting your back off the ground. So I can't lower my legs all the way to the floor when I have the ball without my back lifting. So you want to keep your lower back pressed into the ground. It is not a hip flexor move. It is the rectus abdominis. It is the muscle that runs from the pelvis to the rib cage. Alternating V-up crunch. Okay. If you need to lower your head down to the floor, lower your head down. Just remember, don't lower your legs to the point where you lift your back off of the floor. So if that means you're only going down on a 45-degree angle, that's okay. V-up crunch. If this is too much, single leg. Woo! Head and neck are getting tired. I'm not going to pull with my shoulders and strain my neck. I'm going to keep the focus. Now listen, if you don't have a ball, you'll be doing this. If you have to do a knee crunch, it's okay. Woo! One more round. Ball or no ball. I must be rolling off of my mat. I feel my dumbbells back here. If it gets to be too much with the straight legs, you can pull them in, tap, and press out. Okay, so you're going to do a hovering start crunch. If you want to add the band, you can. And then you're going to roll over to a buzzsaw plank. Crunch in, press out. You can keep the band on if you want. No band looks like this. Woo! Buzzsaw plank. Either way, band or no band. Take breaks when you need to. Buzzsaw plank. One more time. Band or no band. Buzzsaw plank. Wow. Okay, we've got 2 more groups. All right, we've got right side plank, knee crunch, kick front, and then a left side plank, knee crunch, kick front. Right side plank, crunch in, kick front. I'll leave the towel there, I should be good. Okay, right side again. Last time. It's crazy. The sun is shining, but it's thundering. You know it's coming. We're gonna do a dolphin plank. And then we're gonna stay in the elbow plank, and you're gonna do a knee tuck right and left. So, you're gonna be on your elbows. You're gonna press up and back down. Up. So you're going to stay here, knee tuck right and left, right and left. Engage the core, right and left. Press up, pull back. Stay here. Okay, dolphin, press back. Tucks. If you need to come up to the hands, are your arms shaking? Don't look under the body. Contract the abdominals and pull the knees into the chest. And dolphin last time. Knee tucks. Oh, I'm going to the palms. Whew. My triceps are on fire. Oh. Okay. I want you to lay down on the floor. Just lay down here. Press up. Contract the lower back. If you have a stability ball, you can lay over it. You can raise your arms off the floor. But what you're doing is engaging the lower back. So you want to engage the quads Four, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Whew. Bring your left arm in. Prop yourself up. Reach back and grab that right leg with the right arm. Lay down. Pull that right heel into the butt or off to the side. Stretch out the quad. If you want to come up onto the forearm, you'll feel more of a stretch in the hip flexor as well, and the hips. Don't worry, we're going to get them. So if you feel more comfortable laying down here and just stretching out that quad, stay there. Now you're going to take it with the left hand instead, and you're going to cross that right leg over that left. Stretch out the outer thigh and the hip on that right side. And release it. Don't slingshot that foot. Let it go back gently. Bring the right arm out to the side, put the left arm by your chest. Roll over onto that right shoulder. Stretch out the shoulder in the back. If you want to, you can reach the left arm back and you can bind if you can reach it, or you can just place it underneath the chest on that right side. Feel that stretch in the shoulders and across the chest. Unbind, roll the arm up, bring it back over, and then you're gonna bring that right arm in, grab a hold of that left leg, pull down and stretch out the quad. Now, you can come up and get a hip flexor stretch if you want, as well as a quad stretch, it's up to you. But you wanna keep that knee under the body, and you're flexing the foot, okay, or you're pointing the foot, not flexing it, and stretching out the quadricep on that right or on that left leg. You can lay down too and pull it down. Now you're going to bring the right arm around, then you're going to bring the left hand down, and you're going to bring that right or the left leg across the right leg. Stretch out the hip and the outer thigh. Keep that knee on the floor. If you want to open up the shoulder, roll the hand over to the pinky side toe of the foot. And release it. Make sure that you bring the leg back up. Don't slingshot it, let it lower down. Bring that left arm out. Push in on the right arm and roll over onto the left side. If you want to bind, you can bring the hand back around and either reach for the left arm or just tuck it under. Stretch out the shoulders and the back and the chest on that left side. Release it, roll back over. Now, take the hands and grab both legs. You're gonna keep the knees together and you're gonna raise up. Try and kick the feet out, stretch the arms out, feel the pull across the chest, and release it, lower it down. Let's do it one more time. Grab a hold of the feet, kick the feet out, pull the chest up. This is bow pose. And release it. Bring the hands down, keep the knees wide, bring the feet together, press back, child's pose. Sit all the way back. Stretch out the hips. Feel it in the thighs. Come up, tuck the right arm under, sit back, child's pose, stretch out the shoulder on that right side. Lift up, pull that right arm out, bring that left arm, tuck it under, lay back, feel that stretch. Before we go into a downward dog, we are going to do a camel pose, like a back bend. Stretch out those hip flexors a little bit. Don't worry, we'll get them some more. Put the weight into the right hand, pull up, bring the knees together, walk the hands up the legs, walk the hands back to the glutes. You can either raise your toes up or you can keep them flat to the floor. Walk the hands back, open up the chest. You can let the head fall back. Stretch out the top of the upper part of the back, the shoulders, hip flexors, core. You can walk back as far as you feel comfortable. It depends on your flexibility and range of motion. Roll it back up. Sit back onto the feet. Hands come to the sides. Palms face up. Whew. Child's pose. We're going to do that one more time. Hands come up. Roll up. Then we're going to roll back into a camel. And then we're going to roll out the same way we came in. Hold it here. Deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Okay, ready? Bring the hands to the glutes. Bring the legs down, fall forward, hands, palms are facing up. Release those shoulders. Bring the right hand out and the left hand out. Roll up, press into the toes, press back, toes together, heels apart. Knees are bent. Try and press the chest into the knees. Stretch out the hamstrings and the glutes. Now, if you can, straighten out those legs. Walk them out. Oh, stretch out the hamstrings. Engage the core. Don't forget, hold your stomach in. Now press both heels into the floor. Slight bend in the knees. Keep the left leg on the floor. Lift the right leg up. Now, you don't want to roll. We're going to roll the right leg over, but try and stay facing front and stretching out that hamstring, as well as feeling a stretch in the hips and the thighs. So if you need to come up onto the fingers of the left arm to keep you from rolling over, we're not going to roll over yet. Now, lower that left hand down. Look under the right shoulder. Feel that stretch in the obliques. We're going to bring that right leg back up to the front. We're going to pull it through. Right leg's going to go outside of the right hand. Raise up. Obliques again. Stretch it out. Lower down. Lizard pose. If you can bring the hands down to the floor, pull the chest away, pull it out, pull the head out of the turtle shell. Keep that right leg in if you can, close to that right shoulder. We're going to roll over onto the knife edge of that foot, and we're going to stretch out that hip. Plant that right foot, roll back. Walk that right leg in, lizard pose, Stay up on the quad if you can. Lower down. Stay balanced. Feel that stretch in the hip and the glute on the right side. We're gonna twist that pigeon. So you're gonna take that left arm underneath, and lay down. Feel that stretch in the hip and the glute on the right side. If you want, you can bind. Reach for your right foot with your right hand. Open up the chest and the shoulders. Whew. You're gonna release it. You're gonna come up. You're gonna come up onto that left foot. Bring that right leg up. Lower that knee down. And you're gonna do a hip flexor stretch. So you're balancing on the top part of the knee, not the kneecap. And you're coming forward. Now, you're not going like this and pressing all your weight into your knee. You're literally pushing your hips in and feeling that stretch in the hip flexor. Put the hands down. Come onto the knee, bring the other knee back, and you're gonna come forward and stretch out those hips. It's like an upward facing dog, but it's more of a pelvic thrust forward, and then sit back into that child's pose. We're gonna repeat everything on the left side. Are you ready? You're gonna pull forward into your hands, come up onto the toes, knees are bent, feet are together, press back and stretch the glutes. Knees are bent here, stretch the glutes and the hamstrings. Now we're gonna straighten the legs, walk them out if you need to. Engage the core, press the heels into the floor. Keep the right leg down, lift the left leg up. First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna bend it, but you don't wanna twist over yet. Feel that stretch in the hip? Ah, that feels good. Don't worry, I'm gonna let you roll over. Just get that thigh and that hip on that left side. Now flatten the hand, look over underneath the left armpit, stretch out the obliques and the hips. We're gonna come back to the front. You're gonna pull that left foot through to the left hand. Lizard pose is twist it first. You can drop the knee if you need to. You're gonna roll over onto the side. IT band stretch, hip stretch. Bring it back around. You're gonna bring that left leg under for lizard pose. You're gonna twist the right arm under, and you're gonna stretch out the hip and the glute on the left side. Woo. Press into the left hand, pull the right hand back under, and sit up. You're gonna press into the right foot, and you're gonna bring that left leg in, plant the right foot, and you're gonna lunge forward, hip flexor stretch right here. Remember, you're not on the kneecap, you're on the top part of the knee and the quadricep, and you're not lunging forward and pressing in like this. You're pelvic tilting and pressing that hip forward and getting that stretch. Now you're gonna plant the hands. You're gonna pull the knees back one more time. You're gonna pull forward. Stretch out those hip flexors. And you're gonna sit back, child's pose. We're gonna roll over onto the back here. Now, with this child's pose, you should be able to go just a little bit further than you did before. Everything should be a little bit looser. We're going to pull forward into a plank just one time, chaturanga. Down, Upward facing dog, pull through. Press back into a down dog. Keep the feet wide. Reach the right arm back, twist under. Stretch out that oblique. Looking under the left arm. Feel that stretch across the back. Plant the right hand. Look under. Stretch out that left side. Pull forward into plank. Chaturanga down. Upward facing dog. Press back down dog. Bend the knees, hop. Malasana squat right here. Let's push those hips open. I'm gonna sit and face you. Try and keep your back upright. Press the elbows into the knees if you need to. You can rock it side to side or stay stationary. The longer you can hold this pose, this is awesome to open up the hips. If you sit all day, if you have tight hip flexors from doing a lot of squats and stuff, this is awesome. If you can hold this in the evening, if you're watching TV, hold it during the commercials. And as you hold there, you'll feel your legs will just start to open up. You don't even have to press out on them. Just hold it here, and the longer you hold, the more those muscles will release and they'll relax. If you're fighting them and pushing them, they're gonna push back and it's gonna be more of a resistance. So learn to relax and breathe and just hang out and just breathe and be limber. We're not gonna stay here for too long. We're gonna bring the hands back, lower down. Let's stretch out those inner thighs. Bring the feet together. Butterfly pose. Again, the longer you hold this, the closer you can bring your feet, the more your thighs are gonna relax. It's okay if you're out here, it's all right. Eventually, you can work your way in as you sit there, and you wanna stay upright. You don't wanna be sitting like this, you wanna stay upright. So, bring the elbows to the thighs. We're not really pressing down. You're gonna fall forward and stretch out that back. You're gonna lower the head down to the feet and round that back. You should feel it round. Feel that stretch in the lower back. We did so much today. Walk it back in. Bring the left leg under and the right leg on top. Bring the left hand to the right knee, right hand to the floor. Twist and stretch out the back and the shoulders. Ah, I love this move. Feel it in your obliques, you feel it in your shoulders, you feel it in the right hip, the hip of the knee that's up. If your knee is real high, you can put a block or a pillow under your knee. I'm not pushing the weight down, I'm just gently pushing my hand into my knee and feeling that stretch in my hip. Again, the longer you sit in these poses, the more your muscles relax. Come back around, cow face pose. Cross that right leg over the left, and you're just gonna fall forward. Keep your butt on the floor. So fall forward at your chest, bend at your waist. Feel the stretch again in the right hip, the leg that's on top. You'll feel it more in that hip. Release it, uncross those legs, feet to the floor. Rock it side to side. Oh, stretch out those hips. We're gonna do the opposite leg. First, we're gonna do butterfly, okay? So, right here, bring those legs in, pull that fleshy part of the butt out of the way. Butterfly those feet, stretch those inner thighs. Left leg's gonna go on top this time. Cross the left leg over the right. Put the right hand on the left knee. Twist around. Stretch out the back. Obliques, shoulders, hip. Press the heel of the hand into the knee. Feel that stretch in that left hip. Bring it around. Pull that left leg over the right, cow face pose. Come forward, keep the butt on the floor, if that means pressing into your hands to keep you there. Feel that stretch in the hip. Again, stay here as long as you can. I do these at the end of the night when we're sitting down to watch something instead of sitting. I get on the floor and I just hold poses and stretches and just let everything release. Release it, uncross those legs, plant the feet, roll it side to side, drop those knees. We have one more stretch. We're gonna take it down to our backs. If you need a band or a strap for this, go ahead and grab it. You're gonna roll over, lower down onto your back. Let's pull the knees into the chest and release them real quick. We're gonna let the left leg go out, hold that right leg in. Pull it off to the side and circle it around. Loosen up that hip. Now, take it the other way. And then we're gonna take that right leg and we're gonna cross it over the left. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab a hold of that left leg with the left arm. As you can see, I'm reaching under so that my palm is facing up. Then if you can straighten out that right leg as much as you can, and you can feel a stretch in that hip on the right leg, the shoulder on the right side. You feel that in the shoulder in the back, opening up the chest, feeling that stretch in the shoulder, and the quadricep on that left leg. Now you have to come out of it the same way we came into it. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna release the top leg, right? Then you're gonna release the bottom leg. And you're gonna roll up. Let's grab both legs. Happy baby pose right here. Feel how much looser the right side is because we stretched it out. Now we're gonna do that with the left side and that hip should open up. So keep the right leg in, press that, or keep the left leg in, press that right leg out. Again, hip circles first. Let's loosen up that joint. And then we're gonna take it the opposite way. This is the awkward way. One way is easy flowing, the other way you really have to think about. Hold it here. Bring that left leg across. You're gonna reach for that right leg with that left leg, or that left hand. You're gonna bring that left leg out and as straight as you can get it. Slight bend in the knee. Try and pull that quadricep under the body. That might mean that you're here. You don't have to stretch that leg out if you feel that stretch in the hip. Obliques, shoulders, chest, back. If you can, try and stretch that leg out. This is great for the IT band. Right here runs down the side of the leg, the outside of the leg. Release that left leg first. Undo that right leg. Roll over. Grab the legs, grab a hold of the feet. Happy baby pose. Last time. Rock it out. Massage the back. Now, hold still. Grab under the legs. Roll up. Bend forward. Knees are bent. Drop the hands. Clasp them and hang. Feel that stretch in the glutes. Plant the hands to the floor. Walk the feet out. Malasana squat last time. Hold it here. Hands to the floor. Bend over. Walk the feet in. Deep breath, inhale and flat back. Press that butt back. Feel that stretch through the hamstrings. Lower down. Roll all the way up. Deep breath, inhale. Arms go overhead. Take that right hand. Pull over to the left side. Stretch out the right side. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Pull over to the right side with the left hand. Bring it up. Inhale. And exhale all the way down. That was your workout for the day. If you enjoyed the video, please thumbs up it. Don't forget, subscribe to my channel and share it with some friends. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.